Never decide to open here is that we are in Bongo. Last time is a farmer. We rear pig, duck, chicken, crocodile. Okay, because of the government facing off the pig farm, so they take off the land. We have to shift here. So this the only thing I can do is goat, because beside farming of goat, nothing else to do, because chicken I have it, duck I have it, so I haven't tried goat. So we try to go and win the goat. Okay, we started in Bongo. We do a pilot project in Bongo to try out how the life of the goat first before we shift here to build a new places. So we tried, we went to America, we bought a 68 goat bag, and then from there we try, we rear, we feed. After everything is okay, in 1993 we shifted here to do the goat farm. Up to now it's already 20 over years.
So it's been over 20 years since this goat farm was actually opened. So are there any differences between the goat farm now and the goat farm in the past?
Okay, in the past, that one is just a pilot project. It's just build up from what I have last time. Okay, that is a very like kampung style. Okay, down here is different. Now here is more in high tech, modern style. We call it modern style, high tech. So it's totally different from there. It's a more clean, more hygiene, and more faster to do things. Farm life to me depends on people. To me, I enjoy my life in the farming because all the while I'm farming. Okay, for people who doesn't know what is farming, I think it's a bit difficult. Because farm life, first, you don't have your rest day. Okay, because they are animal, they are alive. You need to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So if you can handle with this, you love animal, that is okay. I find here life is very relaxed because I have a good place here, nobody disturb me, and I have a goat because I quarrel with them, I scold them, they don't know how to answer me back. So this is what I have in mind, that the thing is, I'm enjoying is nobody stress me. We feel very sad here. It's not me, it's total is 62 farm here. Okay, so everybody will feel sad because we are here for many years. So all of a sudden, government say the chase of us, not to chase, put it in a way, the army is using back this land because this is leased land. So we have to give way. Hopefully, the government will relocate another land for us to do farming. Okay, because we all the while tell the government that food in Singapore is also very important. Not all the building, because food security also very important. So we are hopefully the government can see into it that reserve 1%. We only need 1% of land for agricultural farming in Singapore, not everything for army users. If in Singapore there is no farm, we Singaporeans will survive. We're having a very big problem of food security because everything you depend on other country to buy in. If anything happen to a country, I don't think the country will sell to you because they will help. They definitely protect their country first rather than sell to you first. So we are facing this big problem. Advice for people who want to start a farm. Okay, it's actually nothing much advice. The thing is, first, doing a farm, you need plenty of time. So make sure that you get ready the lifestyle. That not say I want off, I go off. I want to go off shopping, I go. No. Second, we have to adapt the country life here and the smell whatever farm you do. The cleanliness and hard work. Okay, that is very important. And thirdly, before you start any farm, any livestock, please remind yourself, you have to love the animal first, rather you love your money.
Okay, what we have here is all dairy goats. Okay, these goats are here. They're all originally from America, and these goats here, they are basically a few uses for them. We can use them for their skin, for their meat, for their fur, or for their milk. So what we have here, they are all called dairy goats because they provide us with milk. So basically, among the dairy goats, okay, there are different breeds. Okay, the common breeds that we usually use here are all called like token birds, alpine, Saanen, Sublets. Okay, these are all more common breeds that we use locally here at our farm. Okay, so these animals here, same like us humans. Basically, they have to have a baby first, then they will produce milk. So no baby, no milk. So all these mummy goats here, okay, all these does, when they're about 8 to 10 months old, they are mature enough, okay, to let them go for mating. And after that, goat's gestation period is about 5 months. And after 5 months, these mummy goats here, they will always give birth to 2 baby goats. 90% is always 2. You hardly find 1 or 3 babies, it's always 2. So once the mummy gives birth to 2 baby, we bring the mummy goats up to the milking parlour where we do milking once a day. For our goats here in Singapore, we only milk them once a day. And normally we can milk the does for about 6 to 8 months. Okay, after 6 to 8 months, the udder will start to dry up, and that's where we need to plan for the next phase, where we let them go for mating again, and then have a baby, then the whole cycle repeat by itself again. Okay? So basically these animals here, we have a useful life. Their lifespan is about 12 years. Okay? But we use them for about 8 to 10 years old. Okay? Depending on the quality and the health of goats. So normally about 8 to 10 years old, we'll let the goats retire. Okay? But then for us locally, we do not sell them for their meat, because for us here in Singapore, we don't have an abattoir for goats. So all these animals here, when they come of age, okay, we will sell them off to the local universities and the medical institutes for doctors to do research, for doctors to do practice, okay, for research and medical purposes. Okay, this is where we keep the goats here for milking. Okay, this is the barn where we keep all the milking mothers. Okay, as you can see, they are all kept on elevated ground. Okay, this is by advisory and by regulation of ABA. Okay, the animals need to be kept above ground. So this is to minimize whatever diseases that they can contact from the ground. So you can see here, animals are kept into pen size. Okay, one pen is about 12 goats. Okay, we call this a family nucleus. Okay, and down this is where the animals are kept. Okay, where we keep them cool and well ventilated, because these are belonging to the mountain goat family, so they need to be kept in a well ventilated living area. And just like any living things, okay, to ensure that we get quality milk for them, okay, they need to have a very clean lifestyle. Okay, the environment must be clean, and also they must be well fed. Okay, for the feed that we use, okay, we use grains from Australia. Basically, it consists of corn, wheat, yellow bean, barley, citrus pulp. Okay, and also we get alfalfa hay from America. So these are what the goats are fed on. So basically, the goats can be considered close to organic. Okay, and everything is all plant-based. Means all the food source is all plant source. There's no animal parts, or so basically they're all sort of vegetarian. Now, so for as you can see, for the water system here we have is all basically all pipeline system. So basically, as and when the goats want to drink, they get off from the pipe, and this pipe source is from like what we drink is from PUB. So basically, the water source is all clean. It's not like last time when animals are fed with well water or water from rainfall. So all these are all clean water, just like us, we drink PUB water like that. Okay. This is where we do the milking every morning. Okay, the goats will come from the first barn. Okay, up here we come in batches. Okay, means one pen is one group. So the first one group will come here. We line up 12 goats here. Okay, every morning we do this once a day. So basically, what you see here, this is what we call the milking system. Basically, this is what it's all inline. So basically, there's no human contact at all. So all the operator needs to do is, okay, to fix these tubes up, okay, onto the udder, and milk will be expressed out through this. And this is using a vacuum system, okay, whereby the milk is being sucked out through these pipes, and all the pressure, okay, that is being applied onto the udder is all controlled, okay, by a machine where we can monitor the pressure by a valve on the top of the vase. Okay, so at this point of time, we will know that not too hard or not too soft pressure is being applied. So this will make the animal feel very at ease, and you feel very comfortable when they're being milked. Okay, so basically all the milk here from the tubes, okay, will go down to another holding tank, okay, where this milk is stored at a certain at a volume of about 25 liters. So every time it hits 25 liters, the milk will automatically pumped to the production room, okay, where the milk is immediately cooled down to 4 degrees Celsius and below. Okay, so this is how the milking is done, and all this is only done in the morning. Okay, this is the production room. Inside the production room, you will see this machinery. So this is what we call the pressurized machine. So basically, what this machine does is basically, okay, as just now we told you, okay, the machine, the milking machine, right, will express the milk out from the udder. Okay, from after it's being expressed out, you're being pumped into the production room. This is where the production room is. Okay, because from the udder, the temperature come out is about 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, once it's being pumped into this room, okay, the machine will bring the milk temperature down to 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius. After that, we will start to pressurize the milk. So what this machine does is that basically the milk from 4 degrees Celsius, okay, you bring the milk temperature up to 75 degrees Celsius in 15 seconds and immediately bring it back down again to 4 degrees Celsius in 15 seconds. So in the span of 30 seconds, up 15 seconds to 75 degrees and down to 4 degrees Celsius in 15 seconds. So this is what we call pressurization. So basically at this temperature and at this duration, okay, we only remove the surface bacteria, basically leaving all the enzymes like your proteins, your vitamins, basically all alive for you. And we can roughly say about this is all alive about 80 to 90% intact. Okay, but at this temperature, okay, the milk needs to be stored at 4 degrees Celsius and below in order for it to last about 10 days or more. If it's not kept at the ideal temperature of 4 degrees and below, okay, the milk will turn bad as fast as 5 days. So this is what basically we call pressurization. So in the market, when you go out to the market, you find products that are labeled UHT or they are labeled ultra pressurized. Okay? These are all different forms of pressurization, but at a much higher temperature. Example, UHT milk. Okay, if you Google it, okay, UHT milk average temperature should be about 135 degrees Celsius for average about 2 seconds. So UHT production, they can vary temperatures and vary timing, but mostly always the average temperature should be about 135 degrees. So as we all know, it's way past boiling point. So basically, whatever nutrients in the product itself, it may not be the original source. Okay, basically, why do people want to drink goat's milk? Okay, basically nowadays, people would like to look for alternative source of a dairy product. So in the past, we only know that we grew up on cow's milk. Everything we do is always cow's milk, cow's milk. But as generation gets more educated, people are more well aware of different food sources available. Okay, so they look for alternatives. So we are the next healthier and natural alternative to what's available in the market. So for our local community here, okay, basically because why people drink goat's milk, okay, is because basically goat's milk here, okay, the protein is the highest among all the other sources of milk, okay. Cholesterol and lactose is the lowest. So when you hear people say that they are allergic to dairy product, like they can't drink milk, can't eat ice cream, can't eat cake, okay, because they are lactose intolerant. So for people like them, they can take goat's milk, because goat's milk here, the lactose is the lowest already. So let's say if you can't take this, you need left like soya bean milk to drink. So if we were to put this in figures, like maybe for people who are allergic to cow's milk, maybe it's like 1 to every 5,000. But when you say people allergic to goat's milk, okay, it's maybe 1 to every 100,000. So the ratio is that big. Okay. Other than that, goat's milk is also known to be alkaline based. Cow's milk is acidic. So like we have people with high acidity, means their gastric level is very high, gastric acid level is very high, stomach ulcers, constipation. This is very good because goat's milk itself is alkaline based. Human body is also alkaline, so it's same, it's balanced up. So it's very easy for the body to adopt. Okay, and also goat's milk is also warm in nature. Cow's milk is cold. So meaning to say that, let's say you would take a glass of cold goat's milk, the body will take it as warm. So that's why you see people with asthma, people with bronchitis, people with very bad cough, they can take this cold, no problem. But for cow's milk, on the other hand, it's like no matter how hot you drink it, right, the body will take it as cold. There's sometimes when young children or elderly, when they drink too much cow's milk, they tend to cough a lot of phlegm. Okay, and also cow's milk, okay, when you drink it, right, the body takes about 3 to 4 hours to digest. Compared to goat's milk, the body takes about an hour. That's why goat's milk is very commonly known to be very easily digestible. So generally, goat's milk here is good for people with asthma, arthritis, jaundice, sinus, eczema. For this kind of following symptoms, it's very good for people. If not for normal people like you and me, we just drink it for health reasons, to boost our immune system up, for a healthier lifestyle. Other careers is like, how I say, you go into a building, you face 4 walls every day, you know, like very common, very No, nothing interesting. So basically, when you work here, I mean, of course, like each individual line, they have their own challenges, they have their own, how to say, things to deal with. So basically, each has its own good. I wouldn't say working in the office no good lah. Okay, but for us farmers, basically, we don't have a fixed, how to say, working hours. It's not like, oh, 9 to 5, I'll go work at 9 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I just pack up and go back home. So for us farmers, basically, we have no fixed time. Our job scope is like 24/7. We work all the time. So sometimes if we need to work, we need to work. And sometimes it's, we are free, or then we are free. So basically, that's some of the, how to say, differences between working in the office and working in the farm. Future plan now is that we are in the dialogue with government, okay, asking them to give us an answer whether or not after 2017 we can continue operations of the farms, because we're not the only ones that's affected by the decision. Like altogether, there's about 62 farms affected by this decision. So all of us now are waiting for an answer from government. So after 2017, where are we going? Is there a plot of land for us? And if there is, how long is the tenure of the lease? So now we are all waiting for the answer. But of course, for us, we hope that the government will continue to provide us land to do farming, because it's a necessity for every country to produce a certain amount of food on its own. We cannot rely totally on imports. We cannot totally rely on buying from other people, because there will come a time when nobody wants to sell you, right now.
Okay, so last question. So what do you think will happen if all farms in Singapore actually disappear?
If all farms were to disappear in Singapore, then it will be very, very sad. So basically to say that for a country without agriculture, you will face not just social problems, okay? You will be a, how to say, national disaster. Because like what I said, if you imagine if a country is so wealthy, okay, have lots of money, but what if one day globally where food is a shortage for every nation, and all those agricultural nations do not have enough to sell to us, then where do we find food from? Nowhere, right? So we cannot. That's why I say we cannot rely on imports. We must sustain a small percentage of our own agriculture. And that's very important.